3, 2, 1.
Again.
Hi folks, I wanted to touch in with you today and talk to you a little bit about a common thing for people with quadriplegia from a spinal cord injury called autonomic dysreflexia. It's a big lot of words for, we can simplify it by calling it AD, but it is a very complex system of warnings that a person who has no feeling that the body will give to you to say that something's wrong and that you have to pay attention. And it typically goes through the 4 stages of shock. So if something's wrong in a person with no feeling in their body, this is a great adaptation by nature, and I don't know if this would happen in animals, but in humans we have this system of AD for quadriplegics only. And so from here down I have no sensation. So I couldn't tell if I was sitting on a rock, I couldn't tell if I broke my ankle, gosh forbid, I couldn't tell if I had to go poo, or if the poo was trying to get out, or if I'm getting a pressure sore, or many things like that. So this warning system is the 4 stages of shock, and it's a great warning system only if you take heed and you recognize it in the first 2 stages. If it gets further, and God forbid it goes to stage 2 even, then you're starting to get into serious terrain, because shock stage 3 and 4 are not very easy to come back from. For instance, last week I almost missed going to my 50th high school reunion because I was in stage 4 and I really was in a bad way, and I had to come back through those stages through a lot of intervention. Now normally you would go into emergency, or you would have amphetamine on hand, and amphetamine would bring the heart rate down. If it goes over 150 though, and you don't have it, you're going to be in trouble. So what I used in this case, and thank God this worked, was ashwagandha, because that lowers the blood pressure and it also calms the nervous system. And another really important thing, it lowers the cortisol level, because that's what's going to happen in those 4 stages. As you move from 1 to, you'll start to produce cortisol, which is your body's fight, flight, or freeze mechanism. So that's going on when the elevated heart's going on. You're sweating just around your hairline, around your neck, but nowhere else, because quads don't sweat. And then you're going to go into this crazy state of AD. And so for all of us that have spinal cord injury quadriplegia, we really need to know about that. And so do our families and caregivers and even staff. Like I've actually never run into a nurse coming into my employ that knows about it. You don't get taught about it in med school. Doctors learn it for 1 hour. So you'll have to educate people along the way about this. And the more you know, the more empowered everybody can be. So let's power to the people and cruise on and have fun knowing what you need to do in the case of that emergency. Take care.